being an agricultural operation, we have different levels of expectations depending upon which part of the farm you're working in. But generally, it's about respect and showing good judgment. There's a lot of management discretion involved, again, because we have different areas of the farm. So our managers lead our new team members in the right direction of what is expected. Generally, it goes back to 3 fundamental principles, however. Are you dressed safely to perform your job? Are you having contact with the public? At which point we may ask that you either wear a company shirt or a little nicer clothing, because at that point you're an extension of the company to the public. And finally, does what you're wearing fit in with the company culture?
Outward appearance is very important. As customers come through our doors, not only are they expecting us to be knowledgeable of the products and services that we offer, but that we conduct ourselves in a professional manner, which would include appearance. Appearance tells a lot about you and the pride that you take in your work as well as an individual.
We have a business casual dress attire, and so what that means is it's not exactly a professional attire. Women can come to work with skirts and slacks and blouses, and men can come to work with trousers, shirts that are tucked in, that kind of thing. Ties aren't necessary, but it's just an expectation of, you come to work, you look professional, but yet you can be a little relaxed too.
Well, we have a pretty strict dress and appearance policy. The policy indicates that we expect employees to show up and look clean and well-groomed. We also are pretty strict when it comes to visible tattoos. Tattoos cannot be visible in our line of work. When you have patients that you're taking care of, appearances mean everything, and perception can be formed based on an appearance. So when it comes to tattoos, we pretty much require no visible tattoos. If there are tattoos, they must be covered. When it comes to body piercings, I mean, everybody is, has their own, they're able to do what they want to do, but we require no piercings. No brows, no lips, no noses. We do allow ears to be pierced, but that's the extent of it.
Again, the main goal of having a dress policy and certain expectations for how people present themselves on the job is because when you come to work for our company, we fully believe that you are an extension of our company. So when you are in the public spotlight, you are representing the company to the rest of the world. When people see you, first impressions, as we all know, are very important. So when people see you and see that you're associated with our company, we want to make sure that you're sending the right message about who we are to people that may not know a whole lot about our operations.
We have expectations because customer service goes beyond delivering a quality product. It goes beyond delivering fair pricing. It's also about delivering the services in a professional manner, which include attire. First impressions are everything. A customer walks in the door, if our lobbies aren't clean, if our folks aren't dressed in a professional manner, they're probably not going to do business with us. And that would include, piercings, numerous piercings. We have a policy that our associates can't have more than 2, earrings. Clearly, in a business environment, facial piercings are not acceptable at our organization. And while we understand people can express themselves in whichever way they choose, the expectation is set that by our customers, and we've had focus groups within our organization from our customers, and they have said and sort of set the standards for us that we try to implement. So
yeah, we have an expectation that we uphold our employees to a level where if somebody comes into the office, We want to present a professional image, and we want people to know that when they come in and see us, we're ready to talk with them, we're ready to be professional, and we're ready to show, what we're here to do every day and not be undisciplined in that regard.
Well, like I said previously, when it comes to perception and taking care of patients, it means a lot. We want to look professional, and appearance basically lays the groundwork for that. First appearances, you can never go back and have another first appearance. And first impressions are everything. So we want our patients, our visitors, and the community to see us as a professional organization. And in order to do that, you have to have the proper attire and the proper look.
We take a lot into account. I mean, obviously, first impressions are huge. That's what's going to get your foot in the door if you've presented yourself in a professional manner when we first see you. And otherwise, it's about, can you show good judgment, good discretion, respect for authority as well. Sometimes there's rules, we don't like them, but we all have to learn to follow them at some point.
Not only do you have the appearance factor of this, you have how they conduct themselves on and off the job, regardless of what position you hold in the company. I might not have direct contact with the public on a daily basis, but I'm in the community and I'm very involved in the community. So when others are out in the community, you are the bank. They don't necessarily know what job you hold within the bank, but you're still the bank. So actions within the job, on the job, and outside of your normal working hours are very important, and it is a direct reflection on the bank. If you're out conducting yourself in an unprofessional manner, that is directly a reflection on the bank, regardless of what position you hold.
Yeah, in regards to tattoos, piercings, things of that nature, there's a general understanding that if you do have a tattoo, it should be covered. It should be an area of your body where, if you wear a shirt, then it's underneath that shirt. It's not on your hands, it's not on your face, and whatnot. Piercings, we only allow piercings in the ear, and it's only for women. So we try to keep current with what's standard in the industry in that regard. And also what, if somebody comes in to talk to us, we want them to not be distracted by what they're seeing on us.
We also have a uniform policy on top of our dress code policy. All of our clinical areas, any area that has direct patient contact, has a uniform that they must adhere to. And we did that specifically for the notion that we want the community and the patients to know that, for instance, radiology is a royal blue. If the royal blue employee comes in with their scrubs, they know that's a radiology person. If we have somebody coming in red, that's our cardiac. So, when it comes to those specific areas, there is no qualms in regards to what it is that you are supposed to wear.
The only other things that we look at would be tattoos. That's something that's become increasingly common that we've had to watch for. And again, everybody has the right to express themselves as they see fit. But when you're on the job, we again have certain expectations. So if there are objectionable tattoos, we may ask you to cover those while you're on our company property or conducting company business.
I think a lot of folks feel that professional appearance, especially maybe in the banking industry, is you have to wear a suit. That's not necessarily the case. Professional appearance just means, coordinate your colors, be a little bit more tamed, and you don't necessarily, like I said, have to wear a suit, but coordinate. Don't wear wrinkled clothes. I'm amazed of what I see, especially in HR when you're interviewing folks, and you can tell pretty quickly the individuals who have not had that education either within the school or outside the home on proper attire when coming in for an interview.
I think that it's important, one, because when you get up in the morning and you have to be disciplined as a basic rule, it gets you going, you know, it gets your foot in the right step, and something as simple as the way you dress can really kind of set the pace for the rest of your day and how others perceive you. So it's very important.
Well, we do have an attendance policy, which we call our occurrence policy. And when it comes to work and being able to maintain that work position, we require that employees show up on time, work their shifts. If they don't, our occurrence policy will kick in. If an employee is late, we even indicate if they're late just 1 minute, they get a third of an occurrence. If they clock out early, they get a third of an occurrence. Now, there are some excuses, like if we have somebody who's on a family medical leave and they're off, that's different. Those are excused. If you arrange things in advance with your supervisor, that's excused. But if you have a call off, you get an occurrence. And within a 12-month period, you can have no more than 7 occurrences or you will lose your position. And so we feel it's very important to maintain that occurrence policy and have the attendance in place to maintain our continuity of care for our patients, as well as be consistent with all of our staff. And you know, it's one of those things, do unto others, and you wouldn't want somebody working beside you who's consistently calling off and you're having to pick up the load. So we do adhere to our occurrence policy in a pretty strict way.